If you want to bring music into your practice, feel free to do that. Strap nearby 2 blocks, either starting seated or on your back. Equanimity. To stand in the middle. We are continually pulled in different directions. We are conditioned to either move towards the things or people we desire, or away from the things or people we are opposed to. We are conditioned to do this, to move towards what we want, to what we like, and move away from what we don't like. We want what we don't have, and we turn away from what we do have. We want what we don't have, and we often turn away from what we have. Equanimity is acceptance. To stand calmly in the middle and meet life just as it is. Feel the breath moving in your body. Maybe you can hear the sound of the breath. Feel your body soften. Scan your body, your forehead, your eyes, your jaw, your shoulders and arms, your back, buttocks, and legs. Softening the belly and the heart. Maybe for you, there's a sensation for accepting life as it meets you, as life comes to you. What might it feel like to accept? Start to open up and stretch the whole body, reaching long. Sense the middle, the spine, back of the head. And now reach to hug your right knee in. Choose to stay here in stillness or to lift and lower the head and shoulders. Exhaling as you lift, inhaling as you lower. Or maybe you'll just gently rock the thigh in and out a little bit. Two more deep breaths here. And then send that right leg down and arms overhead. Pull your toes towards you as if you're standing in mountain pose. Extend the arms as if you were in mountain pose. Hug your left knee in. Maybe holding here in stillness. Or moving the thigh in and out. Or lifting your nose towards your knee. Send the left foot down, reach the arms overhead. Extend and get long. Bend your knees, feet are on the ground. Find your strap. Place the strap around your right foot. Send that arch sole of the foot up to the ceiling. Use the strap so your shoulders stay relaxed. Send the left foot out and down. Pull the toes towards you on the left foot. Explore pulling the toes of the extended leg, the right foot, towards you. And then maybe pushing out through the ball of the foot. Don't force the stretch. In fact, try to soften your right leg, the back of the thigh. Allow the stretch to happen. Start to bend the right knee of the right leg. Bend the right knee on that extended leg. Let that knee start to drop to the outside of your rib cage. Some of you can easily reach your hand up to the sole of your foot. For others, the strap is going to be very helpful. Have a happy baby. If you are extremely tight in this pose, try bending your left knee. I'm staying here. And again, if I soften, I allow the stretch to happen. Release. Take the strap off your right foot. Bring your right foot to the floor with the knee bent. Send the right leg all the way down. Notice the sensation, the difference between your right and left leg. Take about 2 breaths here, just resting. Bend your knees. Strap comes onto the left foot. Left leg is extended. Maybe I'll keep my right knee bent. Or send the right leg down long. Pull the toes towards you so you can lengthen your right leg. And now explore pulling the toes of the left foot towards you, or pressing through the ball of the foot. Using the strap so that you can stay relaxed through the shoulders and arms. The strap allows us to straighten the leg. Start to bend the left knee, keeping the sole of the foot up to the ceiling. Let the knee drift out towards the outside of the rib cage. Using the strap or using your hand, hold there, but try to relax. You might be kind of way out there with just a small bend in the knee. The key here is, can you keep the foot up towards the ceiling, but drop the knee towards the left side of your torso. If it's too intense, bend the right knee. Slowly let go. Take the strap off the foot. Foot on the floor, knee bent. Right knee bent. Arms come along your sides. You don't need the strap. Arms are at your side. Your knees are bent. Lift your hips up off the ground into bridge pose. Hold the bridge pose as we stay for 1 minute here. If you prefer to be flowing and lifting up and down, you may. We're now strengthening the muscles we were stretching. Keep lifting through your hips. Make sure your knees are tracking with your toes. Root down through the whole foot. Push down through your feet. Let your hips rise. With 5 more seconds. Slowly roll the spine all the way down. Hug both knees in. Find your way to seated. Your legs are wide. Maybe even adjusting, tilting forward up on those sitting bones and just coming right here to the center. Walking the hands forward. If it feels good, you can drop your chin towards your chest. Allow your head to be heavy. Walk the hands back up. If your knees are okay to cross the ankle, sitting up tall. If that doesn't work for you, send the legs back out. Take the arms out here to the side and inhale, stretch your arms up, reaching up. We're going to drop your left hand to the ground and reach over, feeling a stretch through your right side. Inhale, back up to the center, lift your left arm. Exhale, your right hand drops as you reach over, stretching your left side. Inhale, lift both arms up. Find your twist, dropping your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind your back. Inhale, lift the arms, rotate back to the center, and drop your left hand to your right knee. Right hand behind you, looking back. Inhale, lift the arms back up to center. Drop the arms behind you, fingertips into the ground, lift your heart, find your back bend. Stay with this, work with this, chin lifting, your first back bend. Heart coming forward. Slide the shoulder blades towards each other. Bring your chin back to neutral. Let your shoulders come forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Press the palms of the hands together, pulling them into heart center. And walk the hands out in front of you. Forward fold. Make sure you're taking deep breaths. Inhale, come back up. We do that one more time. For those of you who want to, you may switch. You don't have to. If you want to, you may switch the legs. Fingertips out to the side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Drop your right hand to the ground. Reach over to your left, over to your right, stretching your left side. Inhale, come back up to center. Drop your left hand, reaching over, stretching the right side. Inhale, back up to the top. Reach the arms, left hand, right knee, twisting. Looking to the right shoulder. Inhale, lift back up. Right hand, left knee. Turning to gaze over that left shoulder. Inhale, lift up. Drop the arms behind you. Inhale the breath, and as you find your exhale, lift into a back bend. Let your chin lift, your heart come forward. Soften your heart center. You can do that. You can pull the shoulder blades towards each other, but let your heart soften. Let your chin come back as the arms float up. Press the palms of the hands together. Pull them into heart center and walk yourself forward. Walk back up. Fingers come across the floor, turning to hands and knees. Tuck your toes under and find your downward facing dog. Play with pedaling the feet, the heels. Come back to hands and knees. Move your spine through cat-cow. Either stay with your cat-cow or find downward facing dog again. Widen the space between the fingers. Lift the sitting bones. Everyone back to hands and knees. Find your blocks so that they're near, within reach. Step your right foot up between your hands. I'm going to put a block underneath my left hand. That's optional. Right hand is up on the thigh. My left knee is on the ground. Or I may choose to work a little bit harder and bring my knee off the ground. Just a personal choice today. Press your right hand into your right thigh and roll your belly to the inside. So you're turning. I want you to pay attention to your right shoulder. If your left wrist is bothering you, make sure that your left knee is on the ground. Or take your left hand into a fist. And now pay attention to your right shoulder. Slide the shoulder blade onto your back. Pull the shoulder away from the ear. Take your right arm and reach behind you. Just straight back. Turn the thumb down and drop the arm behind your back. At any time that left knee can go to the ground. Breathe here, sliding the shoulder blade onto the back, rolling the belly to the inside. Strong through your legs. Reach the right arm behind you, stretch it behind you. Drop the right hand back down to the ground. If your left knee is off the ground, drop the left knee. Remove the block if you had it under your hand. Step your right foot back. Find either child's pose or a downward facing dog. Breathe. Either child's pose or down dog. Back to the knees on the ground. The left foot comes up. I prefer a block. You may or may not need the block. You could also be up on a fist if it bothers your wrist. But you'll take weight off of this arm if you keep your knee on the ground. If you want to build more strength, try to lift the knee off the ground. Left knee over ankle. I bring my left hand to my thigh and I'm turning my belly to the inside. I'm trying to roll that left shoulder up. I take a peek and make sure that my right wrist is under my shoulder. It's not back here. This is what's hard on the wrist, when the hand is behind, like back of the shoulder. Now notice your left shoulder blade. Hug it onto your back. Pull it towards your spine. Reach your left arm back behind you, straight back. Turn the thumb down and bend the elbow and take the arm behind your back. Maybe there's a little bit more twist for you. One more breath. Reach out through your left arm. Stretch through your fingers. Roll back to the center. Left hand to the ground, right knee to the ground. Step your left foot back. Get rid of the block if you had it. And again, either your child's pose or your downward facing dog. 3 breaths. We walk. If you are in child's pose, come to down dog and start walking feet up to the hands. Find the forward fold. Bend the knees. I have a little bit of space, not much, between my feet. I'm lowering my buttocks. My fingers can reach the floor because I can lower my bottom enough to do that. I'm sitting back into this squat, and I'm going to slowly come up to standing. I'm in mountain pose, arms to my sides, shoulders down. Feel the weight of your body into your feet. Close your eyes. Equanimity, standing in the middle. Accepting life as it comes to you. Half a sun salutation. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend your spine. Feel this, hold here. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Hollow out the belly. Feel the stretch of your spine. Fold back down, let the knees be soft. Arms out wide, inhale, reach up, stretch up. Hands into heart center. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, those knees are soft. Lift the spine, stay with the pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Feel the sensation of trying to straighten your spine while being hinged at the hips. And now slide the hands down and let your upper body drape, forward fold. Let go through your neck. Inhale, reach up. Hands into heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Find a block for your left foot. Put the block on the outside of the left foot. Step your right foot back and pivot your right foot for triangle pose. Get your left hand onto the block if you can. Maybe you're just your fingertips. If you can't reach the block, you're up here with your hand on your thigh, which is perfectly fine. If you could use the block, hand or fingers on the block. Take your right arm. Remember how we were reaching back? Reach back with your right arm through your fingers. Your right toes can pivot out towards the right side of your mat. Turn your palm up. Roll the shoulder onto your back. Slide the shoulder blade towards the spine. Palm, right palm is up. And now lift your arm and turn the palm to the side here. The palm would be turning the way your head is turned. Holding your triangle. Notice your toes, your feet. We're strong through the legs, hugging the muscles in around the bones. If the block is too intense, you just bring your hand to your leg. Give me one more breath. Take the right hand and bring it down to the ground. Turn your whole body. Right hand to the ground. Drop the block and find plank pose. At any time, your knees may come to the ground. Very conscious of your shoulders, your neck is long. Let your knees come to the ground, your chest come to the ground. Take your hands and reach down along the sides of your body. Turn the palms down. That's a rotation through your shoulders. Palms down, arms reaching, shoulders away from the ears. Root down and start to lift your chest, lift your arms, maybe looking forward. Release that. Don't release the arms. Just let your chest come back down. Keep reaching through your arms. Inhale, lift. Reach through the fingertips. Release the pose. This time, if you want to, reach and lift your feet, your arms, your chest, everything lifting. Try to stay in the pose for 3 breaths, but also giving yourself permission to rest when you need to. Release the pose, hands are by the chest, and push back to either child's pose or another downward facing dog. We're going to do triangle on the other side. The right foot is coming up. I'm going to use my block because I like that. I pivot my left foot towards my toes or towards the left side of the mat. Take a peek at your right ankle. You can see if your right ankle is bowing in and your arch is dropping, pull everything in alignment. Get those ankle bones, lift the arch of the foot. I'm going to use my hand on my block. I'm going to reach through my left arm. I'm going to roll my rib cage. I'm trying to get the left side of my rib cage up towards the ceiling. I'm going to extend down through my fingers. I'm sliding my shoulder blade towards my spine. And now turn the palm up. Feel that rotation in that arm. And float the arm up. Straighten both legs if you can. As if you're opening the entire left side of your body. And one more breath there. Bend the right knee. Let your left hand come down to the ground. Pivot on the left foot. The blocks are right here at the front of your mat. You're probably going to need your blocks. Step your left foot beside your right foot. Exhale, fold. Soft knees, inhale up to standing, reaching up. Pull the hands to heart center and pause here. Finding the middle way. Meeting life as it comes to you. Step your right foot back about halfway on your mat. Soft bend in the front knee, the left knee. I'm going to use my blocks, and I want to show you something. Before you do the pose, watch me. As you're coming into the pose, I will give you the option to bring your hands around your ankle. and turning it into a lot of balance. And I'll cue you, but that's what I'm talking about when I say bring your hands onto your ankle as an option. Right foot steps back, left knee is bent. I'm using blocks. If your hands reach the floor, fingertips, teacup, spider hands, fist, start to lift the right toes off the ground. This might be your pose. Playing with the height of the blocks. And start to lift your right leg. You're so warmed up. This right leg can just start to float up. I don't care if the toes turn out to the side or they point to the ground. What I want you to focus on is strength. Can I lift my right leg and keep a soft bend in my left knee? First, take the left hand to the ankle if you want to explore. So maybe you're keeping your right hand on a block. If you can't reach your ankle, your left hand is behind your knee or on your thigh. And you might be done. At this point, you might be saying, I can't do anymore. I'm coming out of the pose. Just come to a standing forward fold when you're ready. For those who want to try, you take both hands onto the left ankle. And we're going to step. We're going to lower the right leg and step the right foot beside the left foot. Bend your knees, let your upper body kind of hang for a second. Hands up to the thighs. Push up slowly. Find mountain pose. Take a deep breath, a cleansing breath. You might feel lightheaded. Keep your eyes open if you do. So in many ways, this pose is kind of helps you to build into inversions, into handstands and headstands. Step your left foot back. Soft bend in the right knee. Hands come down either on those blocks. They could be out in front. Or maybe yours reach the ground. You don't have to take this pose any further than you want to today. Maybe you just want to lift those toes off the ground a little bit. You know where we're headed. And maybe you want to explore, can I use the strength and lift my left leg? Imagine those left toes reaching up to the ceiling. Soft bend in that right knee, don't lock it out. Maybe right hand coming around the right ankle. And maybe you're done. Maybe you just want to stay standing in a forward fold. That's an option. Or both hands wrapping around that right ankle. It's your practice. I'm going to start to bend my right knee, lower my left foot down. Step the left foot beside the right foot. Bend the knees a lot. Maybe create some space between your knees and get your elbows onto your thighs. Start to lift your head, lowering the buttocks down. Hold here. I'm working you today. I know it's hard. I'm trying to maybe even have that flat back, looking at the ground, my knees bent. And now hands to the ground, and I step to hands and knees. Child's pose. You may stay in child's pose for 3 to 5 breaths, or you may vinyasa. Some of you still want to flow. You want to come out to your plank and cobra and downward dog. You can do that here. Or you can stay with me and just breathe, holding child's pose. Let's come down onto our belly so we can stretch the thighs. If you can't reach back, you have your strap. You can take that strap and put it on the right foot. Sometimes it's nice to just use the strap. Or you have your hand. You may find that you're really warmed up through those legs today. Let go and pull the other heel in. And release your foot. And find your way onto your back. Have your props nearby. We have a few stretches and then we go right into relaxation. So have your props nearby. Hug your knees in. Arms open wide. And let your knees fall to one side for spinal twist. I'd like you to allow this to be about breathing. Make sure you have all the props you need to be comfortable. And imagine the pose opening the rib cage, massaging the internal organs. You can turn your head in any direction. Let's take our twist to the other side. Really deep breaths. Exaggerate, fill your lungs fully. Knees back to center. Let your feet come onto the floor with the knees bent. Cross your right ankle over your left knee, hugging in for our recline pigeon. You have your strap. If it's hard for you to pull your left thigh in, use your strap maybe, or just keep your left foot on the ground. Once you find the pose, relax your shoulders, relax your hip. Left foot comes down. We uncross. Left ankle, right knee. Right thigh comes towards you. Let your shoulders soften. Your hips soften. Returning your right foot to the ground. Coming to the end of our practice. You did a lot of inverting. I actually had you doing inversions today. So if you want to be seated for relaxation, we just have 5 minutes. If you want to turn it into a meditation, or bringing your props in now to make yourself really comfortable for relaxation. Sweep your awareness through your body. Maybe there's the sensation that you have worked. Maybe the sensation of a shift in your mood. Maybe there's a sensation of openness or a tingling. Notice your body. Feel your clothing against your skin. Your whole body. Your back and belly. Clothing against your legs. If you weighted yourself with a blanket, sensing the comfort of the blanket. Maybe there's a part of your body that's speaking to you. It's achy. Or maybe there's a sensation in your heart. Allow yourself to grow quiet and pay attention to your body. Equanimity is acceptance. It is the art of meeting life as it meets you, calmly, without drama or fuss. When we stand in the middle, we cease the battle we have with ourselves to be somewhere else or somewhere different from where we are now. Taking your time, moving or stretching. Finding your way to seated. Hands to our hearts. Namaste.